Take your weapon. Strike me down with all of your hatred, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete.
Hello, guys, gals, gamers, and welcome back. Rumple here in the flesh. Finally got me a little setup where I can work on this. This is my first video with webcam. Please be patient. I will work on better quality. This is one more big step for me. This is the Zeta video. This will not be like a top 20 Zetas in my opinion. Who's the best, who's the worst. I don't do real well at that. So I thought I'd put together some teams that are used most out there right now and go through how I would Zeta them if I had one Zeta or if I had two Zetas or three. I'm going to start with the second team. Palp, Vader, Darth Nihilus, Thrawn, and crew. Back in Christmas, when JTR came out and Han became more popular in the arena, I was using a Savage lead. My Darth Nihilus lead was no longer valid. So, I Zeted Thrawn and I Zeted crew back at Christmas. Those two Zetas kept me under a Savage lead in the top 50. And I could climb into the 20s for my payout. That was a very rough 3 months. So, we're going to skip all. I was explaining to you how I had them all Zeta. So say, as of today, you got these 5 tunes together and you had one Zeta. Well, I would give it to crew. My point was in the story a minute ago, after all that and the reworks came out, I did not Zeta Palp or Vader. My Thrawn and crew were already Zeted. When I put this team together here, the second team, I was able to climb all the way to first without Palp and Vader Zeted. So keep that in mind. So anyways, this team here, I would Zeta crew first. This is an important Zeta. He's your taunt. He's going to be taking smacks. Kylo gains taunt for 1 turn at the start of each encounter. It is very important to taunt from the beginning. Part of Sith Trooper's rework is he taunts from the beginning, and it makes a big difference in your taunt. In my opinion, this is a great offense-defense Zeta. He also has double counter chance while taunting, so you're getting a little bit of both. So, I would Zeta crew first. My second Zeta, if I had a second Zeta come along, it would be Thrawn. Thrawn on this team, mixed with crew, is deadly. I have a video on this team already. They work great. Thrawn with his 50% counter chance, 50% tenacity while fractured is a big deal. You want that 50% counter chance. When he gets hit, he's countering. Plus, fractured enemies lose 15% turn meter. So there's many good, this is actually a good offense, defense Zeta as well. 50% tenacity. That is a defense mechanism. So like I said, with this team here, I managed up to first without Vader and Palp's Zeta. My Darth Nihilus is Zeted on both, lead and unique. I would do his unique last. It is an offensive Zeta. It does do things with turn meter, but I wouldn't consider it a primary Zeta to need. So far, you Zeta crew first. Zeta Thrawn. Then, you get a third Zeta, I would Zeta Palp's lead. Then depending, after you've done those 3 Zetas, how much offense or defense you want. If you want more defense, your 4th Zeta would be Palp's unique. It's a defense Zeta. And your last but not least Zeta would be Vader on his unique. That's just how I would have done it. It's actually how I did do it. Go back and check that video out. With this team, without Zetas on Palp and Vader, I climbed to first. So that's how I would handle my Zetas with this team right here. Now, say you have the first team. You're not using Crew or Thrawn. You want to use what they call the Nightmare Team. Well, in my opinion, and this is with Scion set up like this, I would Zeta Scion's unique. At the end of each turn, Scion inflicts pain for 3 turns on enemies who damaged him that turn. That pain works with this held by hatred. There is a mixture, a synergy going on with this. And I know not everybody's going to be able to get this speed, but at 260 speed, that Zeta is nasty. He also is a taunt. Scion, when he does his held by hatred, he gains all kind of offense, defense. He comes back to life. The Lord of Pain Zeta works with that. Just because what I told you in the video in the last tune setup, I was able to climb without Palps, Invaders, Zetas. My opinion in this setup, the first Zeta I would go to would be Scion. Now, if you can't get your Scion that fast, now my Vader is 240. So technically with all the bonuses, my Vader is the fastest. But with just flat speed, my Scion is 260. It's faster than everybody. If your Scion is slower, I would probably put the Zeta on Palp's lead. So kind of look at it like that. And then I'd go in the same order with the last team. Well, do you want offense or defense? Me, I wanted my Palp more durable, so my third Zeta would have went to his unique. My fourth Zeta, because Vader is my favorite character. This is one of those things you gotta do, have fun time. I think a lot of these people take this game so serious. Put a Zeta on a tune because it's fun. It may not be the best choice. It is a game. You'll get another Zeta. I want to throw that in there. If you have to have the most strict, precise tune team, you might want to put a Zeta on Nihi's unique. It is an offensive Zeta. Putting debuffs on your enemy, that adds up. That counts the turn meter. That is a good Zeta for offense. But like I said, you have to determine how you want to play. I am more of a defense player. Like I said earlier, my offense is bad A. It's supreme. I don't need to enhance my offense anymore. I climb easily. I don't have to do battles twice with this team the way I set it up. So anyways, I would go Scion first on his unique, Palp's lead second, Palp's unique third, and you could toss it up probably Vader's fourth, and then Nihi's unique last. I also have another mod video come out because I've changed things. Like I said, my Scion in my last video was 240 speed. I've changed it. He is at that speed. He hells for hatreds a lot. So anyways, I will get more video of that coming out too with that team. Scion at that speed is just ridiculous. So say you have the third team. Well, I would have a toss-up between Scion and Thrawn. Now keep this in mind again. I'm only doing Scion's Zeta first if his speed is fast. If his speed's not fast, I'd probably go with Thrawn Zeta first. Then I would go Palp's lead, Palp's unique, but then maybe between Scion and Vader at that point. Or if you're wanting offense, Darth Nihilus is unique. So if these are your 5 tunes and you have 1 Zeta and your Scion is not fast, Thrawn. Second Zeta, Palp's lead. Third Zeta, Palp's unique. And then the fourth Zeta, well, by that point your team is pretty strong. And I do believe without Vader's Zeta, his Zeta is nice, the turn meter, he doesn't get stalled. So that is a great Zeta. I'd probably do that and then Darth Nihilus last if I had this team here. And once again, if you have questions, bring it up in the comments. I will reply. It's something I'm trying to help you guys out with. If I have a team, you have a team that I do not have listed here, bring it up in the comment. I will try to help you talk about what Zeta to use for them. Say we're going to go down to the 4th team now. Well, Would definitely go. I might even skip. I would probably go Palps Zeta first with this setup here. Losing Scion is losing a big hitter on your team. So the way you would start your Zetas are going to be different. I would probably go Palp lead first, Thrawn's unique second, Palp's unique third, and then a toss-up between Vader's unique and Darth Nihilus' unique, depending how much offense or team enhancement you're wanting to play with. That would be how I handle this team. And then last but not least, nobody's probably using this team, but I'm a Dooku freak. I love my Dooku. His Zeta works well when not under a Nihilus lead. 15% counter damage, recover 10% protection, and gain critical hit immunity. For 1 turn on a counterattack. I love my Dooku. Now Dooku is only pliable. Let's put this out there. 262 speed. 38 armor, 38 resist. So if you're using Dooku, he's got to be fast and a high armor resist. And look, 3 pieces of gear 12. He is nasty. He lives. I've got videos out under a Nihilus sleeve, and I've got videos out under a Palp lead with Dooku just wrecking it. So anyway, with that said, alright, how would I do this? If my Scion was super fast, like he is for me, I would probably do Scion's unique first, if he's fast. If Scion is not fast, I would do Palp lead. And then I would consider it either between a toss-up between Dooku's Zeta or Scion's Zeta. If your Scion is fast like mine, it would go to Scion, and then my Dooku Zeta would go third, and then my Zeta on Vader would go fourth. Remember, this is just me. Please bring up any questions and comments if you think it's something different or point out something different. I'd love to talk about it. This is just my playing style. It is working for me. How do I know it's working for me? Well, I'm in third. 5 hours after my payout with 2 major payouts after me, I'm sitting in third. Guys, I am not falling. When I do fall, if I let myself go for a day or two, I find myself in the high teens. That's not falling when you're just ignoring it. My defense is superb now. So there are how I would run these squads and how I would set the Zetas up. Please go back and rewind and watch again if you have any questions. Now, say you have, I'm not doing all the players like I said. These are all my Zetas. Now I'm going to go over these, why I Zeted them, where I use them. I'm not necessarily who's going to be say better than others, because Maul. There was a time Maul led, and that Zeta was on point. You had to have that Zeta, and I won. Darth Nihilus' lead Zeta. That last February, he led me for 10 months. So, like I said, one day I Zeta good, next day I Zeta bad. But his Zeta still applies in territory war. So as game enhancements come out, you'll find your Zetas coming back. I'm just going to start with Palp, and we'll just go right down the list. Palp's lead Zeta, I found it very helpful on defense more than offense, but it did help on offense. His 2 Zetas were primary for Arena. I find them working well in territory war and in TB. So these 2 Zetas, Arena Zetas for sure. Darth Nihilus, like I said, once his 2 Zetas, he has a unique and a leader. Today, if you were going to do a leader ability, I would not waste it on Darth Nihilus, especially for thinking Arena. You're not going to. I have videos out there of. Right now, I just did a video with Darth Nihilus and Dooku. Darth Nihilus leading again, climbing to first. But the defense is not strong. You will fall on defense, but the offense is there. But I would not sweat getting his lead ability Zeta. But for territory war, It is a nasty lead, and it works. Territory battle, it works because of the health steal. You can go through all 6 battles stealing health, and your team will make it. So, is unique, very, very pliable in arena. His lead, pliable in territory war, territory battle. Vader. Like I said, no escape. I just did it because Vader is my favorite tune, and he got a Zeta. When the rework came out, I was so excited. I just put a Zeta on him. I didn't think it worked, whatever. Darth Vader is immune to turn meter reduction. That is huge. Recovers 5% health when a damage over time effect on an enemy expires. There are a lot of damage over time expiring. This is a great Zeta. Definitely an arena Zeta right here. His lead? Well, I use Vader still in the pit. Got videos on that. I love using my Sith team everywhere I can. So his lead ability Zeta would be an H pit. Maybe somewhere in the HAAT with all the other teams coming out. But his unique, definitely arena. Zion. Well, when he came out, yeah, he was just cool, and I Zetaed it whether I tested it or not. It's a game. I try to have fun. So, like I said, game, fun. Game, fun. Have fun. But this Zeta is nasty. It is definitely arena.
HAAT, Sith Raid, H Pit. This is your all-around good Zeta. It works everywhere. You don't see it a lot on offense in your arena, I'm sure, if your Scion is not fast enough. Why I sped my Scion up. You will see it more on offense. And this is great on defense. So once again, I like this Zeta in all places of the game. Just a great all-around Zeta.
Okay, CLS. One place for CLS. Yes, I have a light side Zeta. And believe me, I just moaned and groaned when I put the Zeta on. But I'm using him under the Akbar lead in the HAAT. I can solo base 3 and 4 with that team. So, that is why he got binds all things Zeta. The only place I'm using CLS. I'd use him in the H pit now and then. If I want to just put it on auto, CLS is easy with the Sith to run that. So, and if you're a light side player, well, of course, it binds all things is great Zeta for arena. The only place I'm using it is in the HAAT under an Akbar lead team. It works great. Crew. Yes, this Zeta, definitely for your arena team. I still use Crew and Scion, Crew and Thrawn under my Palp Vader Darth Nihilus team. I like it. That mixture, I got a video on it already. Check it out. But this is definitely an arena Zeta right here. The only place I am using Crew is arena. Territory war and territory battles, yes, but I mean as far as your main, arena. Thrawn, definitely an arena Zeta right here. I use Thrawn in the H pit sometimes, and yes, he's on the HAA team under the Akbar lead. You don't need the Zeta for that. It does help, but you don't need it. In the arena, you need this Zeta. So, Arena 1, HAAT 2. Oh yes, Yoda. Yoda's been on my arena team many, many times. Excuse me for that, I do have cats. The Battle Meditation Zeta is nasty. I love having Yoda on a team, especially if he's fast. He's got to be 260 plus. But the cooldown -1 and foresight for 2 turns at the beginning, and then he shares that with everybody. A Sith team with foresight and tenacity works great. This is definitely an arena Zeta. I love my Yoda. He is a bad little dude. And yes, Dooku. I still play with my Dooku. This Zeta is great. It is definitely an arena Zeta. I do use him in the H pit. He's not getting hit a lot there. I'm not too worried about the counter. Once again, arena Zeta. Zetas works great in the H pit. He is on my H pit team. 100% turn meter gain chance. 50% potency. And gain max health equal to that potency percentage. putting his Zeta on made him super pliable in the H pit. He is on the team. And yes, I have videos of him on my arena team without a taunt. So this Zeta applies to arena and H pit. Not so much offense-wise, I mean defense-wise. But if you want to run Zetas with this Zeta on your arena or H pit team, it is very pliable. I've got videos of it. He works in the arena because of that. And yes, Brute. If you're a smaller guild, Savage will get you through phase 1. We had 10 Savages getting us through phase 1 in less than an hour. This is where that Zeta will come into apply. On an arena team, this Zeta is great. I am working on putting Savage back on the team. And like I said, for those few months, Savage led me in the arena. Kept me in the top teens during my payout. So yes, this is definitely an arena Zeta.
And HAAT Zeta, Sith Raid Zeta, H-Pit Zeta. This is an all-around Zeta, just like Scion Zeta. It works everywhere.
Alright, Power of Hatred. This was pliable many, many moons ago in Arena. This Zeta is very pliable in Territory War. I build walls with Zal teams, and it works. If you are high in Territory War, Zeta your Zal. It is a great place to use your Zal. Spin a Zeta on him nowadays if you're in Territory War. So I said it 3 times, but Arena, but Territory War, yes. My Zentress. She is on the Akbar team. That is why she has the Zeta. Pretty much the only place I'm using her, but great spot. Like I said, I can solo phase 3 and 4. 20-30% of phase 2 as well on a good RNG day. One place for my Zentress, HAAT. Okay, Qui-Gon Jinn. He was Zeted over a year ago. There was a spot for him in the arena for quite some time. A little spot I used Jedis, yes. I turned Sith rather quickly. Although right now, I don't know of a spot where I would use him. If you have a strong Jedi team, you could use him in the arena. But I'm a Sith. I wouldn't even waste a Zeta on Qui-Gon Jinn right now. Finn. He is on my another HAAT team. Phase 2. I can do 40% right now with my resistance team because of this Zeta. The only place I'm using it, yes, HAAT. Works great. This was an accident. I was just looking at the Zeta, hit the button, and I got a Zetas. I use her a little bit in territory battles. Territory War, I put her on a defense team, but I'm not using her in arena anywhere. It was an accident Zeta. But yes, it is viable in Territory War, especially on a defense. I also noticed in the Sith raid, one of the phases, she did not die. She was I can't remember what phase, but it's somewhere pliable in the Sith raid as well. Arena for me, no. And I'm sorry, it was an accident Zeta. Well, there you have all my Zetas. Why I Zeted them, where I use them. And I showed you 5 teams and how I would Zeta those teams. If you've got further questions, leave me a comment. Come to my Discord. We can talk Zetas there if I didn't cover anything you wanted in this video covered. I'd like to answer your questions the best I can. Like I said, I don't feel too comfortable saying Darth Nihilus Unique Zeta is the #1 Zeta. And Zeta Zeta is number 16. The game just changes too much for me to look at it that way. And I try to have fun. Something I think I'm trying to do a lot more than a lot of other players are doing. So, with that being said, I could have more squads lined up. But I figured I would give you an idea of how I would do 1 Zeta, 2 Zeta, 3 Zeta. Yes, once again, leave me a comment. I will reply. Join the Discord chat. I will help you there. I want to thank you for watching my first cam video. Think I will get through this better. I'll learn how to handle myself better on the camera.
Don't forget to come by Rumple Discord. Right here is the link. Lots of good Sith talk going on there, and I can help you even more with the Zeta questions. Well, thank you for watching, supporting me. Have a good day.
Your feeble skills are no match for the power of the dark side.